are going to discover how easy it is to bake a batch of cookies. Think melt-in-your-mouth butter cookies dipped in a bit of coffee or tea. The good news is that you only need 3 ingredients. Jay, that's a tall order. Just
Girl,
3 ingredients?
hooking you up. It's so simple, and I love cookies in general are just very quick and easy to make.
Yeah.
We are making shortbread today, and Doctor, are you? I know you.
Toothpaste and
Okay.
okay. Coffee.
So I've got a little present over there. Can you see that little cookie over there? That's for you.
Oh, wow.
And
Let's have it.
so this is technically a shortbread. So
Cheers.
it's sort of giving you that melt in your mouth texture. It's sort of very buttery. And the reason for that is because it's all about the ratios, right? How does that taste?
I nearly said something when I was growing up, eat some more was like, it tastes...
The chocolate, the speckles,
well.
but also I cannot believe this was put together with just 3 ingredients.
Just
Me
3
too.
ingredients. So
That's amazing.
So it gives you that nostalgic feeling.
It does.
So I said earlier that it's all about the ratios. So we have 1 part of sugar, we have 2 parts of butter, and we've got 4 parts of flour. So if you keep that in your mind, it makes it easier to make these cookies. So we're going to start off in our bowl with our butter.
And it seems as if your butter is not cold, but it's also not completely melted. It's about room temperature.
Room temperature, especially with these cookies, because we're adding the flour to the bowl and we're going to cream that. So essentially you're just mixing that together, getting it nice and fluffy before we start incorporating our flour. So I love using icing sugar just simply because it gives you a much more buttery feeling because you don't have those granules in the cookies, and it also gives you a nice pale sort of softer color when you're baking them.
Beautiful.
And you sort of just want to mix that together, and you can see.
Doctor, are you much of a baker?
Well, yes.
Really?
You know, I like those old school cookies because I think there isn't much to do, Jay. You just put it on the pan and then the oven.
Exactly,
But
a few
3
minutes.
ingredients, I feel like this is crazy. I feel like
is.
this is now my way to go.
You know, and these are ingredients, Pali, that we have available to us in our pantries all the time. And it's really quick and easy to put together. And you know, shortbread has been around literally since the Middle Ages.
Yes.
And it was always used for celebration. So, you know, nowadays, having these as a gifting moment is so cool. You know?
I remember they used to be in you know, those
those tins.
tins.
The tins
and
that
my
became the
grandmother
sewing
would put
kit.
it so far that we want to steal it.
Can I tell you, Dr. Ritabile, I literally got like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I got triggered because so many times that I go into Ugogo's pantry and I saw that tin of cookies. I opened it thinking that I'm going to get a beautiful surprise. Kanti, it's sewing equipment.
It is. And then
Kanti, it's a needle and a thread.
And while you two are discussing needles and threads, my cookie dough is already done. It's as simple as that. So it will look quite crumbly, but that lends itself to the shortbread. So it's going to be quite crumbly at first, but you just use your hands to bring it together, and then we can start rolling it.
Honestly, I thought he was going to get some milk.
Not at all. The butter, remember, butter contains a lot of moisture as well. So you don't need any milk in this.
Wow.
And ideally, you want to rest this dough in the fridge just so that butter can firm up, making it easier to roll out. But you can actually also cheat it, like I am today.
I mean,
Well, whilst you do that, let us decorate our cookies. We've already got just the plain batter cookies right here, and we've got some icing sugar.
For Mother's Day, I think this is the best.
Oh, do you want to
that
do
I-
it? Do you want to just ice that, just dab it?
Just a dusting on icing sugar. So this is going to go at 180 degrees
180.
for about 8 to 10 minutes. Keep your eye on them because you want them blonde, you don't want them too brown.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, just like that, Dr. Ritabile, thank you so much for joining us in the kitchen.
It's a pleasure. A pleasure, chef. I've learned
Thank you.
a lot.
And Jay, it's always, you know, me and you, my friend. And if you want to get this recipe in Mzansi, head over to afternoonexpress.co.za.